note I wrote on Facebook, and I actually tagged all, like, 100 of my friends, regardless of who I had told and who I hadn't, all my family members, even if some of them didn't know it, because I wanted them to hear my story and see what they had to say. And it was tremendous. Like, for the next week afterwards, I just got so many comments, responses, and messages. It was just incredible. I just, so happy. So okay, I'm going to read it to you now. Okay. So, it's not a simple thing being a transgender. There is no one way about it. No easy descriptions, no abbreviations. It cannot be defined one way, and there isn't one single story to it. Each one is different, and there are infinite possible factors and variations. Each individual is unique in his or her own way, and more so for transgenders and transsexuals. And not all of us have the support we deserve. Not all of us can get help. Not all of us have friends or family. It varies for everyone, even just for the people slightly involved. And all of us deal with it in different ways. I do not expect everyone to understand, nor to be 100% okay with it. Everyone has their own opinions and feelings, but what I do expect is the same respect you would have given me any other way, even before when I was different. When I was a child, I always sort of knew I was different, but it isn't the same as some would expect. I played whatever I wanted, just like house or adventure games. I spent most of my time playing with boys because it was more fun, as simple as that. But I always thought differently, like, does it have to be one way, or is there only one way about it, etc. Of course, as I grew up, I struggled with myself. I was a lesbian and then a bisexual. Even as young as 13, I would do research into transgenders and transsexuals, and the different surgeries and everything. I knew I felt different and not quite right. I knew what I wanted, but I struggled with it. It was never simple. I couldn't just say, hey, I'm a guy, during that. It's a complex thought process filled with bubbling emotions, and I struggled with it. I talked about it with a friend or two, but I could feel it, the way they reacted to it. As if it was weird, abnormal, maybe even inhuman. So I never went anywhere with it. In grade 10, I even experimented with it. I dressed mostly like a guy for months, and you know what? My drama teacher, she actually did this, not even joking, pulled me aside and told me I'm not the kind of person to cross-dress. She thought she had this right since she was so respectful for a male female, who was actually the inspiration for me to want to do it in the first place. And it crushed me, so I stopped. Then, all through grade 11, I buried myself in what was around me, pretended. I dated girls and dressed goth, covered myself up, all those silly things where you can't come to terms with yourself. The summer after, I experimented with dressing, I even had, at work, I got my name tag with Jessica Tom, because I wasn't quite ready to do the Tom, because I was afraid of what people would say or do. Coworkers would ask me questions why I cut my hair, or they'd look funny when I was buying guy clothes, and because of everything, I was just too afraid. I didn't want to tell them why. I just didn't know what to do in those situations. But my friends who did know supported me, and even if not a lot of people knew, and it wasn't all the way there, I was pretty content with that. But grade 12 started, and it evolved and became. I was disgusted with my body. I'd stare at myself in the mirror, wishing I could tear it apart. Or I couldn't even look sometimes. Some days it was so hard I didn't want to get out of bed. But I pushed myself and struggled through it. High school isn't an easy environment for you. Not in this world. Sure, we've evolved to accept more, but it isn't enough. Not yet. And I felt too intimidated and this through once more. But still, that always affected me. It ruined the one or two relationships I did have and destroyed me emotionally. But no one really knew. Because I was strong, I couldn't be depressed or anxious. Even the select few who may have known as much as I told them or led them on to know, to this day and until now, do not know what I went through, how much I held into myself. So I came to the final decision near the end of grade 12 that as soon as I graduated, it would be me time, and I would focus on who I really wanted to be. And as soon as graduation was over, I tore off the fake nails and wore the man clothes. I told people I was to be referred to as Tom and he. I took the steps to look into everything, but I found I wasn't alone. I had help of others to guide me, and I owe them so much. I owe everyone who has supported me my life. Trust me when I say the amount of support I received is not something I take for granted. My family, my friends, and now even my workplace. I know I am lucky, and I hope with this newfound strength and the growing me as Tom, I can help many others in the future. With this said, I have already been asked the question by many, why? And it always makes me laugh, because there really is no one or simple answer. I have been thinking about this for 5 years. I always knew I feel like a man in a woman's body. I accepted myself. I cannot live as a woman, and this is just who I am. I do not expect everyone to accept me 100%. Already there's a spectrum of people who do, don't, and in between. The ones who do not entirely and do not understand. There are those who wish I wouldn't, but remain my friend. There are those who sort of accept me, but then don't. There are those who accept me, and then there are those who accept me, support, and help me. And I love all of them, every single one of them, even all of you guys. This is who I am. I am a female-to-male transgender in the process of becoming a man. It will take years for it to be complete, and with that time I will grow and become. With that time, those around me can transition too. Currently, I have the official documents from my psychologist stating I am a male, and so the marker on my D has been changed. I am in the process of getting my name legally changed. I will be on testosterone soon, and within the next year or two, I hope to get the top surgery done. Bottom surgery is still something I'm thinking of, as there is no one way. If people have questions, I will answer them gladly, and in as much detail as I can, or you want to know. But nothing will stop me, because there is nothing to stop. I am Tom, and I am a male.